Coaches, tonight, as we go through our career and go through rolling with the punches, so to speak, in football, there's a lot of things that are out of our control. So tonight, I want to talk about some things that are controllable. There are just a few sometimes that are, and if we take advantage of those and maximize those, maybe we can help ourselves along the way. I've got a list of 7 items here. And I really feel like they'll apply to any defense. And if you'll attack these areas, not only will you be able to diagnose and correct some hot spots along the way, I think you could create some accountability amongst your coaches and your kids. And I think over time you'll improve your defense. I think it applies to any defense, not just the one I'm going to talk about tonight. So we'll jump right in. Controllable number one. In my opinion, it's an odd stack. It's an odd front defense. I believe in that. Now, if you're an even guy, I think you could apply this to what you do. In my opinion, this is the best opportunity for us to defeat blocks year in and year out, depending on our personnel. Whether we're more of a base team or whether we're a slant team, depending on what we have or don't have. But I think you apply that to any defense. The first thing you got to do is you got to understand why you run what you run and sell that to your kids. I really feel like the odd stack's scriptable. I'm sure even front guys feel the same thing. I think it's an excellent mentality for our coaches and kids because it's fun. You're able to play fast, and all the stuff that I went over in the why. So the first thing you need to be able to control is why you run what you run, and be able to sell that to your kids. The next controllable is takeaways. Now, I've talked about this in a whole nother video. I think takeaway period daily. I think you got to practice it. I think you got to set goals for 3 in practice, 3 in a game. I think you have to celebrate on the takeaway. I think you have to reward those kids for getting takeaways in practice. There's nothing wrong with celebrating with your teammates. As a matter of fact, you need to keep an eye on the guys that celebrate more when their teammates get one than they get one. I think that's huge in your culture. Again, reward them, recognize them. Next, controllable, tackling. This is a lost art. It's a lot like O-line. A lot of people give lip service to it. Don't practice it. Bama drill every day. I got a whole video on that. Spider drill. That's just a form of Oklahoma, however you want to set it up. I think you got to do it. Group tackling, you got to tackle specific within your group. It's a little different what DBs do than D-line does. You got to set it up that way. Our way. What I believe in is the double uppercut method. Good old-fashioned throwing it in there and getting nasty and getting them to the ground. It's a weight room mentality. Again, celebrate on tackle. Recognize them. In this day and age of me, look at me. There's nothing wrong with celebrating with your teammates on a good tackle. Next, controllable, pursuit. I do not run a pursuit drill. We double break every play from scrimmage or 7-on-7, half line, whatever we're doing. In the summer, if we're at a 7-on-7 tournament, we double break on the ball. If it's a sack, we're going to double break right there on me. If it's a 10-yard game, we're going to double break where he got him down. If it's an 80-yard touchdown, we're sprinting 80 yards, double breaking, and we're getting our butt back ready for the next play. You say, well, what about the guys that are tempo? Good. We'll be in better shape next time, won't we? 11 hats to the ball and celebrate that. You need to hang your hat on that. If they won't run to the ball, don't tell me anything else they do, because they can't play defense. That's controllable. Controllable number 5, position missions. You can go any kind of direction you want with this. We like to make them very, very, very simple where the kids can repeat them. D-line, wreak havoc. Wreak havoc. Can you do that? If you can wreak havoc, you can play D-line. Studs, dogs, bandits. These are our linebackers. Run and hunt. I don't have. If I got to tell you what to do, we don't need you there. We're going to have to put you somewhere else. Secondary, make them snap it again, whatever that means. Make them snap it again because that means they didn't score. You need to come up with something that's some key phrases that your kids can repeat that they believe in daily. Controllable 6, your scout and your prep work. In this day and age of huddle, it's really revolutionized how to scout someone, how to break it down. You can send the kids 1 or 2 clips they can peek at on their lunch. We can throw another one on the wall right before we go out. My biggest thing is we need to identify the other team's playmakers. I'm not a believer in we show the kids every play. We're going to confuse them with the facts. I need to know that. We may have a special T period. DBs may need to look at a special pass for a 2-minute period on Wednesday after practice. But I believe you ID the playmakers, because the name of the game is get the ball in their hand. You need to ID and practice against their top 3 runs, top 2 passes. Vice versa if they're heavy pass oriented. You need to know what they do on 3rd and short, 3rd and long goal line. Other than that, play defense. Play your rules. Play deep. Don't confuse them with the facts. Don't go through a 35-play script on a Wednesday afternoon where the kids are so beat down they can't remember anything. Controllable 7. Number 7, you need to kill the scheme. In the winter, you need to identify what hurt you, what you're going to see, what you're going to see the most. What do they do to your defense? What's teams in your region run? What's it going to take to win that region? What's it going to take to beat your rival, the big games? You can work bits and pieces of this in the off season. You can definitely work it in the spring and the summer. You ought to put you a period, a day per week, a period in of working against, X opponent, Y opponent, Z opponent, even if it's 5 minutes, and script it out. And that way, when you get to it in the season and you see that wishbone or that split back veer that you're going to see one time, you got to get ready for in 3.5 days. Coach, we know this. We did this in the spring. We did this in the summer. And I think it goes right into your 4-day insertion as well. So, guys, these are very simple concepts. We tend to make this game too hard. You got to be able to inspect what you expect from your coaches and from your kids. You got to be able to have something you can sink your teeth into. Maybe this helps. Maybe this creates a conversation. Let me know. Let me know what you're thinking. How do you do it? What are the things you control? Coaches, don't forget to subscribe and like. Leave me comments. Let me know your thoughts. Thanks for watching.